We'll take you straight to the Presidency College in Kolkata, which is the epicenter of TMC left wars. Now, the allegation is TMC Chhatra Parishad activists, they broke open the main gate of the iconic Presidency College, entered the campus, vandalized the historic Baker's lab. They chased students, beat them up, and threatened women with rape. The allegation also is that the police stood by as mute spectators. The Vice Chancellor of the Presidency College, Malvika Sarkar, has also questioned the role of the police. A day after clashes at Presidency College, students claim TMC supporters forced their way into the university and attacked them. Students point out that the police was present when the clashes took place, but they did nothing. The activists, students allege, were armed with sticks, rods and spears. They beat up students, they beat up teachers. Some of the women students say they were threatened with rape. The Baker Laboratory at the Presidency College was vandalized by these hooligans on Wednesday in retaliation to the heckling of the Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and the State Finance Minister Amit Mitra when they came to Delhi were at the Yojana Bhavan. So this was in retaliation. And let's quickly cut across to Kolkata. Malvika Sarkar, the Vice Chancellor of the Presidency College. Headlines today spoke to her. Let's listen in.
Famous Presidency College of Bengal turned into a battlefield yesterday when the hooligans entered into the Presidency College and vandalized a lot of property here. I have with me the Vice Chancellor of Presidency, Malvika Sarkar, to speak on what exactly happened. And thank you for speaking to us. Could you please let us know what exactly happened yesterday, what time?
Yesterday, I saw a group of people outside the gate. It was a large group. I saw from upstairs that they did not look at all to be like students. We don't know who they were. They were carrying Trinamool flags and they were trying to enter. Our gate was locked. They managed to break open the chain and they entered the campus, and whoever student they saw in front, they started beating up the boys, they started chasing the girls, making threats and obscene gestures towards the girls. And then I went downstairs because I could see that some of our boys were hurt. In the meantime, our registrar, controller of examinations and other officers and teachers rushed to help the students. The entire time, 4 police officers who were stationed at Presidency stood by as silent spectators, doing nothing to help. Our registrar asked them to come forward and help, and they replied that they had no orders. They were unable to do anything. Then these hooligans left, and I was looking after the students who had cut lips and broken teeth and blow on the chest and all kinds of, trying to assess should they be hospitalized, what should happen. When a whole bunch of girls came rushing to me saying that they are back again, they are chasing us, they are threatening us, where shall we hide? And that group actually rushed towards the Baker building, which houses in the very famous, iconic Baker building, 100 years old, where the greatest scientists have worked, greatest scientists of India have worked. And they broke glass panes, they went into a lab, started beating up a student. When the teacher who was with the student tried to save him, they beat up the teacher as well. And then they left. And when they left, accidentally they left some of their belongings, which included a javelin, which shows the extent to which these people were armed, which is extremely, something to be taken very serious note of. So that is the situation. And after the whole thing was over, while it was on, I telephoned the Chancellor's office simply to report on what was happening. We then telephoned senior police officers Later in the day, senior police officers did come to visit me. They did provide protection. I said we have about 600 students still inside, were afraid to go home. They helped. They arranged buses, escorted buses to take them to safe places. They also arranged for uh, armed guard at our hostel. All of that was yesterday, but it has left everyone shattered. It is I myself, and I was a student at Presidency, and it is like my home, and I feel as if it's been a personal assault on me. The kind of thing I saw with my own eyes yesterday.
I believe it must have been a horrific moment yesterday when these goons entered inside the Presidency College and they beat up boys also.
Yes.
What about the girls? Because did they threaten girls? Did they chase girls?
They chased girls. They even threatened them with rape. They threatened to tear off their clothes. So it was an absolutely horrible situation.
And the police were just mute spectator?
Police were just mute spectators.
Do you feel shocked and you feel scared now? The students do feel scared right now?
Nobody feels scared now because we can see that we have to take a much tougher stand. Perhaps Presidency was being looked upon as a soft option because our students are brilliant. They're academically brilliant, but they're not into violent politics. Maybe that is why we were targeted. We will still not go the violence way, but we will stay united, look after each other, and nobody's going to scare us.
Was it a premeditated attack? Because they came armed with some weapons in their hand?
It has to be on one day, only one institution, and that too Presidency, gets attacked in this manner. What can it be but a planned attack? It wasn't a passing group who suddenly barged in. It must have been a planned attack.
It wasn't just a snap attack?
No, it was very much a planned attack.
After the incident, have you spoken to the administration, the state government, anyone in the...
I have, yes, indeed I have. I've spoken to the Education Minister several times. I will be sending a written report to our Chancellor, the Governor, which I haven't done yet. I haven't managed to do that yet. It will go today. And I have spoken to senior police officers also.
Have you spoken to Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister?
No, I've spoken to the Education Minister, not to the Chief Minister.
Do you believe that speaking to her will solve some problem? Because she's always concerned about diversity.
I have no doubt that even without my speaking, she is going to be very concerned. And she will do everything possible to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Because she has really helped us build Presidency.
How do you look at this trend of hooligans getting inside a college, vandalizing properties, beating up students, this trend, entire trend?
You see, what happened yesterday is not part of the statewide trend. The statewide trend has happened in places where there is student politics within that college or institution. Here, it was a totally unprovoked attack on a campus which is only concerned with academics and not thinking at all about any kind of politics. So this is a different kind of attack. Maybe it was an attack at an institution that was perhaps going very far ahead in its search for excellence, maybe in an attempt to stop us in our tracks. But if anyone thinks that they can frighten us and stop us, they're mistaken.
Final question. Do you believe that some sort of action must be initiated against the perpetrators, the culprit who came inside?
Absolutely. But we must not, lose our heads and create a rhetoric. We must be very cool, very calm, but in a very systematic manner, find out. I can't, the administration can, the government can, the police can, find out who were here, who are these people, what party allegiance do they have, are they Trinamool, are they non-Trinamool using...
What kind of probe do you want now?
I want to know exactly who were the people who broke open those gates and entered. I want their identities, their political allegiance, everything about them, their reasons for attacking Presidency, as much as possible to be probed. And I have no doubt that there are enough, intelligence officers, there are enough capable police officers who can do this.
Any particular agency you would rely upon?
I am just appealing to our governor as the head of state. He will decide who should probe this.
One final question, ma'am, before I end. Students must be very angry right now.
Students are shocked. They are, anger is perhaps not the right word. They are absolutely shocked. But they are also more than ever firm that we are going to stay together and we are going to build presidency and nobody's going to stop us.
Thank you, ma'am. So that was Vice Chancellor Malvika Sarkar clearly saying the students are very angry right now, and what she wants is that Mamata Banerjee should now order a probe so that the culprits are booked in this case. With camera person Alok Das, this is Rohit Singh in Kolkata for Headlines Today.